Welcome to Wireless and IoT class. In this chapter, we talk about fingerprinting mobile devices. We talk about device fingerprinting, the types of fingerprinting, fingerprint methods, using unique device identifiers, and spyware for mobile devices. Fingerprinting is a process of identifying a device or network or the user behind the device. Now, the advantages are it can help network administrators understand what and who is in the network, makes for a richer user experience online. The bad side is can be used as a means to aggressively target users with unwanted advertisement and pop-ups. You have proximity fingerprinting, for fingerprint that occurs on a network. You also have remote fingerprinting that is done online. Endpoint fingerprinting identifies the non-company endpoint devices. It uses NAC, so it restricts access to who or what can access resources on the corporate network. Ensures that insecure devices cannot inadvertently access sensitive network resources or potentially infect the network. Proximity fingerprinting is typically performed by admins who identify devices found during network scans. Wireless network scanning tool scans, discovers, and visualizes network topology, can reveal out networks and unauthorized connections. Reports on the type, manufacturer, and OS version and other information. Any device connecting to a wireless network must communicate and associate with an access point. Access point will have a record of the MAC addresses of the device. When an attack begins, the security admin attempts to identify the attacker's device by fingerprinting it. The attacker tries to avoid fingerprinting to remain anonymous by constantly changing its MAC and IP addresses and clearing the cookies on its device. You may have an online and remote fingerprinting. The act of identifying a device based on a collection of common characteristics shared by all devices of a certain type plays a significant role in e-commerce and search analytics. It is beneficial to users but has controversial users. Marketing firms collect personal information via both fixed and mobile web browsers, then collect and sell the information to other marketing firms. Includes the use of cookies and cross-site profiling. So what's a cookie? Website creates a cookie when a user first visits, and the device returns to the website, passes around the cookie for that site. Website like a cookie's unique identifier, which identifies the user. So a cookie is a symbol file containing information stored as a set of name value pairs, like user ID and some random alphanumeric digits, where the name of the pair user ID and the value waits at random alphanumeric location. Websites store the name value pair and add more information about the user. Information in the website database is referenced when the user visits the website. The cookie is passed to the website and used to look up this key user data. A user can delete cookie files when clearing their temporary Internet Files folder. After cookies are deleted, website no longer recognize the user but retain user information in database. Some users believe cookies are invasion of privacy. Users disable cookies as the default settings, enabled only for specific reputable sites on a per-use basis. What is a cross-site profiling? Cross-site profiling occurs when a browser accepts cookie requests from a third-party advertisers on the website the user is visiting. Allow advertisers and giants like Google to track users across many sites. Information is anonymous, but over time, advertisers can profile the customer's interests and preferences, uniquely identify the customer's device through third-party cookies, focus advertising based on users' web browsing habits. Fingerprint capture must be unique. Mobile device must be stable. You have either passive method or active method. Okay. The uniqueness is based on diversity is best way to ensure that no two devices have the same fingerprint. Not always easy to achieve, especially with iPhones, which are closed systems with factory set configuration. Okay. The passive fingerprinting occurs without querying the client device, analyzes information supplied from the device itself, focus on certain protocols including HTTP headers, TCP/IP headers, 802.11 Wi-Fi settings, and OS parameters. They also can examine the TCP/IP headers, examine the applications residing on the device. This can be done with port scan with Nmap. Okay. When they examine TCP/IP headers, they analyze the example HTTP traffic that the device submits to the website. For no click website, remotely checks for distinctness in its browser, such as by comparing the fingerprint of one browser against a database of more than 4 billion samples. You look at examples, user agent, HTTP accept headers, browser plugin details, time zone, pane size and color depth, system fonts, where the cookies are enabled. Application identification is conducted through a port scan using such as Nmap or passively through application fingerprinting. Application fingerprinting looks at HTTP user agent headers for application specific information. Can observe synchronization or application between devices to infer whether they belong to the same owner. In an active fingerprinting, queries the device in an invasive manner to access characteristics not readily obtained otherwise. Active queries attempt to find serial numbers, other unique characteristics that are diverse and stable. Example is using the SNP Discover map and visualized network. Fingerprint relies on a unique identifier that is everywhere, accessible, and permanent, usually a device serial number. Application developers scan their own identifier like cookie and download a unique serial number with the application, similar to how cloud-based mobile apps work. Users can circumvent by deleting application and downloading a new copy with a new identity. So let's look at different unique device identification. Apple phones uses two unique identifiers, which are the UDID or Universal Device Identifier and the IMEI. Android uses IMEI and/or device serial number and an Android ID. HTTP headers, they create dataset, then use information to create a unique fingerprint for device. They are stable for 24 hours. There are new methods of mobile fingerprinting. Researchers examine device physical features, interacted with JavaScript running on web pages to measure tiny defects in microphone and accelerometer, found that each accelerometer is predictably different. The readings could be used as a fingerprint to identify uniquely identified devices. Law enforcement will be able to use a person's device to fingerprint the person. Using the fingerprint sensor on a smartphone, officers will be able to scan and fingerprint suspect at the scene. Send data via high-speed broadband to police and FBI databases check for a match. It is a potentially privacy issue. So you can also fingerprint via a user via biometrics. People differ in the way they interact with user interfaces, the way the user types, moves the mouse, navigates around a former page. Determine the unique characteristics of how a specific user types via speed, cadence, and even the time between inserting a at or a period within email address forms a unique pattern that can be used to identify them. Combined with machine learning, biometrics can positively determine the user. Voice recognition is already deployed in many call centers to authenticate callers. You could also have been infected with spyware that tracks specific and private information about what the user is doing, sites visited, location, and so on. Comes in many forms. Most prevalent unknowingly is potentially unwanted application. They consume battery, they consume bandwidth, they track information. Most spy software packages include ability to monitor text messages, emails, web history, call logs, and GPS location. Typically used by parents, employers, and other phone owners who wish to track their phone users' activities. Legal under certain conditions. The person or entity installing the software and viewing the information must own or have legal authority over target phone. The person or entity installing the software and viewing the information must inform any other user of the target phone that he or she is being monitored. It is legal to monitor a company or smartphone as long as the employee is informed that they actually will be monitored. Also, a spy cell extinguisher. Spy cells imitate a cell tower or base station, similar to the way evil twin imitates a legitimate wireless access point. Stingray device is a fake tower used to intercept and perform man-in-the-middle attacks on mobile networks. Spying base station often found used by law enforcement and intelligence services to spy on and track mobile users in a given cell. Base station, sometimes called a International Mobile Subscriber Identity (IMSI) catchers, so they capture a unique IMSI number from a phone. In 4G, a flow in 4G signals such as LTE. The initial connection process the user identity and device capability transfer to core network in a clear text. Eavesdropper can fingerprint the user device or launch a man-in-the-middle attack. In 5G networks, many security protocols and algorithms for 5G were inherited from the 4G standard, but they did not fix the flow in 4G. In summary, we looked at what is a fingerprinting, types of fingerprinting and methods, the unique device identifiers, the spyware for mobile devices. Thank you.